Hello, my name is Will Hamilton, and I will be talking to you about how Christianity was the primary motivation for the Crusades. Through papal authority, promises of spiritual rewards, and the sacred importance of Jerusalem, the Church inspired thousands of Europeans to participate in the Crusades as an act of faith and religious duty. For those of you who are not familiar with the Crusades, they were a group of religious wars fought between Christians and Muslims that started in 1095 that led fighters far away from home and covered multiple countries. Christianity and duty to the Church was a daily part of life in medieval Europe. The Church influenced political authority, education, and social behavior, making it the most powerful institution in Europe. This way of life called for obedience to the Church authority, which led to people to support the Crusades. At the Council of Clermont, Pope Urban II called for the First Crusade after a request for military aid from the Byzantine Empire. As Dana Munro makes clear in his article, The Popes and the Crusades, the papacy always had a major role in the crusade. The popes always felt like the Crusades were their responsibility. Pope Urban II's speech, as represented in this painting, was vital because he presented the Crusades as a sacred mission and promised spiritual rewards that kept the soldiers motivated. The First Crusade ended in 1099 when the Crusader forces took hold of Jerusalem. Most Crusaders thought that this victory was the fulfillment of the mission that Pope Urban II had described. Jerusalem was important because it held religious significance in both Christianity and Islam, and this victory made the soldiers feel like God was on their side. If you are familiar with Christianity, I know you have heard verses speaking against violence and about concepts like turning the other cheek, but the church leaders at the time justified violence by arguing that fighting is justified if it served God's purpose, the concept of holy war. The main reason people joined the Crusades is because they believed that fighting would secure their salvation. Pope Urban II promised remission of sins to those who participated in the Crusades. After the First Crusade, there were 8 more, between the 11th and 13th centuries. According to Michael Horowitz in his article, Long Time Going, Religion and the Duration of Crusading, Crusaders remained committed to the cause for such a long time due to their deeply religious beliefs, leading them to believe the benefits outweighed the costs. This map shows the first 4 Crusades, the countries involved, and their religious affiliation. Although political and economic factors existed, religion was the primary force that inspired many medieval Christians to participate in the Crusades. My research findings show that faith, church authority, and Christian identity played major roles in the motivation of the Crusades. A lasting symbol from the Crusades is this image, the Jerusalem cross, still worn and used today. Thank you for joining me as we discuss the Christian motivations behind. These few slides show just a small but major part of the Crusades, and for more information, please check out my references if you want to study for yourself.